you guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Today is day one of our imagination yoga time together. My sister and I are planning on doing about 14 days of this with all of you, maybe more, who knows. Sometimes we'll do one, sometimes we'll do a couple in a day. Sometimes it'll be a yoga flow or an adventure with your children, and other times it might be a activity. So here we go. If you have a yoga mat, go and grab it. If you do not have a yoga mat, no need to even grab it, because you can do yoga in the kitchen. You can do yoga in your bedroom. You can do yoga in your living room, on the carpet, on hardwood, wherever you choose. Just join me and move your body and imagine and calm and kind and hold your heart and expand your mind, and let's do this together. Are you ready, friends? So find your comfortable seated position, whatever that means to you. That could be crisscross, that could be sitting on your heels, but just join me. And we're gonna bring our hands to our hearts. And before we take this magical adventure, I'm so excited to share with all of you, it's important to calm our bodies down. And one of the best ways to calm our hearts and our minds and our bodies down is through breath. So join me with hands at hearts. Take a big breath up. Very nice. Two more just like that. And did you notice too, so use your mindfulness, which means your mind is full of whatever it is that we're doing right now. We're not thinking about other things before or after. We're just thinking about right now. So use your mindfulness to notice, is my inhale and is your inhale longer or shorter? Notice. My exhale was a little bit longer, wasn't it? Which is really making my body calm down. So take one hand, plop right on the ground, and the other hand, take a big old scoop of calm. You see this? Big, huge scoop of imaginary calm, and sprinkle it on yourself. And then share your calm with the people next to you, maybe your parent or your siblings, and then sprinkle your calm like little seeds all around your house. And plop. Scoop up another big, huge handful of calm and put it on yourself and just notice, watch. And then share to this side. And then share all the way around you. And then plop your hand back down. So, are you ready for the adventure? This is one of my favorites. This is Imagine Yoga in Crystal Mountain. I love crystals, and I'm going to show you the crystal that we are going to use today. So friends, take a close look. And in imagination yoga, we really use our imagination. So in yoga, we stretch our hearts and our minds and our bodies, and we get strong and calm. And in our imaginations, we can see special things. We can imagine to be a cat when we're still in our regular body. Today, we're gonna imagine that we're making our way to Crystal Mountain. Do you see all of these different levels? So I want us to pretend all around Crystal Mountain here is like beautiful ocean and mountains and trees. And we've got to make our way to Crystal Mountain and make our way all the way up these steps. You see them in levels to the top of Crystal Mountain, because there's something very special at the top. So without further ado, let us begin. In our mindful stillness, to really begin to imagine what our special Crystal Mountain looks like. So yoga friends, please close your eyes. With your hands on your knees, take a breath in and out. And I want you to imagine where you are now. There are no walls. There's no ceiling. Imagine the smells that you smell are the smell of ocean air or forest air. And that the sounds that you hear all around you are the sounds of Crystal Mountain. I wonder what that would even sound like. To me, it kind of sounds like chimes or bells, beautiful in the distance. And when you know just what your Crystal Mountain looks like, open your eyes and look around. What beautiful space we've arrived in. And look, we're on the edge. We've got to make our way through the ocean all the way to Crystal Mountain. So let's all hop on our boats. So the way we get into our boat is we put our feet flat on the floor with our knees bent. And this is a paddle boat, so grab one paddle and maybe even two paddles. And then lean back and join me here. If you know this little ditty, sing it with me. Lift up one foot and maybe two. And then we sing, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. And as we go a little bit further, we see that this ocean has different interesting like mountains and dips. And we can see on the way to Crystal Mountain is a waterfall shaped like a water slide. Shall we go there? Lift up your foot and row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. And we made our way to the edge. Look at this waterfall shaped water slide and put your feet flat on the floor like this. Can you see my toes? They're pointing straight up towards the sky and my back is very straight. And I lift up my paddles and over the waterfall we go. Woo-hoo! Down, 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 down until we splash. And let your hands drop down and let your head drop down and take 2 slow breaths with your eyes closed. Remembering that yoga is never supposed to hurt. So really listening to your body here and being in a nice stretch, mindfulness in your body, and never going over that point where pain comes in, right? Our body talks to us in the way of sensation. So listening. And then rolling yourself back up. Look at where we've arrived. We've arrived at the city of mer people, mermen, mermaids, mer people. So put on your mermaid or merman tail and flip, 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 flip it around to the side. And sit up nice and high and do a twist. So look over your opposite shoulder and take a big breath. And with your mindfulness, notice, where do you feel this stretch in your body? Maybe talk to your parent, where do they feel the stretch in their body? And then we flip, 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 all the way to the other side. Take a breath and twist the other direction. I know for me, I feel this in my side body and my lower back. And if it's available, you could even look over your shoulder and take a breath. And then we flip, 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 flip. And we have arrived, dear friends, at the edge of Crystal Mountain. And I want us to imagine now that we've got to crawl through this little tunnel or this little cave to get us to the first level of Crystal Mountain. Do you see? Right here. We've got to go through this little cave all the way up to right there. And it's interesting because it almost looks like there's a cave right there. I wonder what's inside that cave. So, everybody come onto your hands and your knees. And I want for us to do something called cat and cow, but we're going to imagine that we're crawling through this cave. So round your back up high. And then look towards the sky, and I'll tuck this in so you can kind of see. So we rounded our back up high, and then we look up towards the sky and make your way up, up, up that tunnel towards that cave where it looked like there was someone there. And round your back up and look towards the sky. And one more time in your cat and your cow, round your back up and look towards the sky. And guess what we see, friends? We see a luck dragon. Luck dragons are awesome because they bring whoever passes them good luck and many wishes. So I want for you to imagine now that you are becoming that luck dragon. So I want you to dip your fingers in your imagination yoga paints and paint on your scales. And maybe because it's Crystal Mountain, perhaps there's some crystals on your scales. So really taking some time. This type of touch is very soothing and very calming for your body. So if this feels good to you, this is something that you could do 10 times today. It's like a little massage for yourself, but we're imagining to paint on scales. And then take your tummies and stick them to your dragon body and hide in your luck dragon cave. Hide your face. Take a breath. Take out one luck dragon arm and another luck dragon arm. And on the count of 3, you feel your luck dragon wings open and you fly out of the cave. 1, 2, 3. Open your wings. Come forward. Look up towards the sky and take a big breath and say, "Rawr!" Tuck your toes and pop your tails in the air and fly around Crystal Mountain, taking 2 slow breaths in what's called downward facing dog. And if it feels good in your body, maybe even try to lift a foot up. Luck dragon tail and down, and lift another tail up. 2 tails, that's kind of awesome. And down. And then everyone, please walk your feet towards your hands or your hands towards your feet. And we're going to come to the next layer of Crystal Mountain. And this is very foresty, isn't it? It's an interesting looking forest. So it's time for us all now to imagine that we are Crystal Mountain forest creatures and trees. So in all of our hands, we've got imaginary, I like this, real imaginative wishing seeds. So take your wishing seed and give it a kiss. And think of a really kind wish. A wish for your home right now. For calm, for joy, for movement, for hugs, for special time. Make a really kind wish. Give it one more kiss. Plant that seed in the soil. And then guess what? You all just became your wishing seed. So get really deep in the soil. So with wishes, do we just plant them and then walk away from them? Or do we check up on them? Do we see if they're happening, if they're growing? Do we work towards growing them? Of course. So we're not just going to walk away from this wishing seed. We're going to watch as it grows higher and higher and higher, with rain on your back and sun on your back and love all around you. We grow highest of all. Reach your hands up as high as you can and take a breath. And then look at how high you've grown. And then I want you to take one of your feet and really stick it into this soil and bring a heel to your ankle. So we're going to practice our balance now. With your heel to your ankle, just hold it here. And if it feels available, maybe even begin to practice your balance and lift a toe up. Very nice. Take a breath. Tree pose. Bring your hands to your hearts. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So really dig your feet into the soil. Maybe even imagine that beautiful Mother Earth soil on your feet and feel grounded. Hands to your hearts. Let that good love from Mother Earth come up your foot and your leg and your tummy and your heart and your voice and your head, and then grow up, 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 up towards the sky. And say, thank you, sun, for helping us grow. And look back down towards the sky. And then see if perhaps you can find some balance on this side as well. And the way we could do that is by lifting up a toe and putting a heel below your knee. And if that feels really available, you could even try above your knee. But we just don't want the foot on our knee, right? And take a breath. And then let that Crystal Mountain forest go down, 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 and spread your feet apart. Paint your Crystal Mountain bird wings on. So whatever that means to you, paint, paint, paint. And then we're gonna take our toes and we're gonna point them this direction. So everybody watch. Bink, take your toes that way. And then take your flapping wings up and down and up and down and up. And then we soar down, 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 down. And I touch my leg and I touch the sky. And this is triangle pose. Take 2 breaths. This one feels very good in my side body. Think about where you feel it in your body. And back up up we go. We're gonna take our toes and point them in this direction. And we flap, and flap, and flap. And hands come up, and we soar down, 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 down. Touch your leg, and touch the sky. And again, 2 breaths in. Can you remember what this yoga pose is called? Triangle pose. You got it. Take another breath. And we bring our hands up, up, up. And yogis, I feel like we're getting closer. Can you feel there's like this calm and this kindness all of a sudden as we get closer and closer to the top of Crystal Mountain that's just kind of washing over us. So we're about here now. And I wonder who's gonna take us all the way to the top of Crystal Mountain. Let's go see. So step your feet back, and here arrives the Queen Cheetah. She is going to take us all the way to the top where there's a gate. There's some gate we have to go through. So everybody turn your toes this direction and bend your knee and turn your body into a super fast, very regal cheetah. Reaching both hands out to the sides, looking over your finger, and take a breath. Ready, steady, run. And the more still you are, the faster you're going. Breathe. And then take your hand and reach it up and imagine you're going up, up, up a hill. We're going up towards the top. And then straight and go around the bend. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So bend your knee in your warrior 2 pose and breathe. Remember, the more still you are, the faster you're going. Here we go, last little up. Hands reach, reach, reach. Take a breath. And straight. Straighten your knee. And we've arrived at the little gate at the top of Crystal Mountain. And we're greeted by a frog. The sweetest little frog who's going to take us through that gate to whatever it is that we can see and we can feel at the top of this mountain. So everyone, please turn your body into a frog body. And on the count of 3, we're gonna jump up together. And parents, remembering jumping is such a great way to get tons of energy out. So jump, 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 jump. From the kitchen to the bedroom, from the bedroom to the front door, from the front door up, anywhere. Just jumping, having your kids jump is a good way to get big energies out. So here we go, friends. 1, 2, 3, ribbit. And again, 1, 2, 3, ribbit. And 2 more just like that. 1, 2, 3, ribbit. And this is the big one. The frog is gonna jump us over that gate and to the top of Crystal Mountain. 1, 2, 3, ribbit, and jump. And here we have arrived, yoga friends, at the top of Crystal Mountain. And guess who's there? It's a butterfly. She's a wishing butterfly. And so we're going to do our very mindful walking, very slow and calm, kind steps as we walk to her, to meet her. So everyone, actually I'll bring my stone with me now. So come to one side of your yoga mat. And this is very mindful walking. So I want you to actually feel your feet connected to your yoga mat or your floor or your carpet and see what they feel like. Is it cool on the carpet? Is it kind of bumpy? Wherever you are, just notice your feet now. And then I want you to begin to slowly walk with one foot. So notice what that takes. Your heel lifts, right? And your toe lifts. And then notice the moment that your foot raises completely. And then set it back down. Heel first, and then foot, and then toe. And then notice that back one starts to raise, right? Notice the moment it lifts, and down. We're gonna take 2 more mindful steps just like this. Remembering that no matter what's going on in your life at that moment, if you can become mindful and check in with exactly what's happening, the temperature on your skin, the sounds around you, the beating of your own heart, the slowing of your own breath, things will begin to release and relax around you. Just breathe and notice and be mindful. And here, my yoga friends, we've arrived. So the queen or king or the royal of Crystal Mountain is the wish keeper. And so what I want everyone to do now is put your feet together in front. So do you see how my feet are in my butterfly position? And I want you to close your eyes. And imagine just what that butterfly looks like. Her wings, her fuzzy body. And when you know what she looks like, open your eyes. And I'm going to add one thing to your imagination, and I'm actually going to scooch closer to you now. So the thing that I'm going to add to your imagination is her eyes. And this butterfly, when you ask her for wishes or you talk to her, she doesn't talk back with words. She actually uses her eyes. And so each of us right now that are watching this and joining together, I want for us to make a wish for the world, a big wish. So things like, I wish in this moment every single person could remember their breath. Or I wish that in this moment every single child felt safe and loved. Or I wish that when the time comes again, that I go back to school and I feel surprised by the kindness that is around me. So I want you to come up with that big grand wish that you're going to ask the butterfly. Maybe even put your hand on your heart and ask what your wish could be. And when you know what that wish is, I want you to look at your parent and share that wish. And parents or caregivers, I want you to share your wish with the children. And then I want us all to imagine that the butterfly heard it all. And she's got these fabulous long eyelashes. And when she blinks her eyelashes, she's saying, and so it is. So blinking the eyes, after you've made your wish, the butterfly says, and so it is. So yoga friends, our time together at Crystal Mountain is coming to an end. But that does not mean that we're done being calm today and practicing our mindfulness and our kindness. It definitely doesn't mean we're done moving our body or stopping imagining. This is just the reminder and the bridge into the rest of the day, right? So please, I would like everyone to bring hands to hearts. And if this doesn't feel quite right in your body, then this is lovely as well. Or this is lovely. Whatever makes the most sense to you, I'd like you to find that now. And bring it to your kind heart. And say with me, kind hearts. And look at whoever is doing this with you. And I want you to see the kindness in that person's heart. And if you've got a window by you, I want you to look out the window and see the kindness in all of Earth's creatures, all of everything. And once we recognize that unique kindness in ourselves, right, and then the things around us, then it is inevitable to use our kind words. And kind words are things like please and thank you and will you play with me and I love you. But kind words are also, don't talk to me like that. That makes me feel uncomfortable. Or don't talk to my friend that way. That makes her feel uncomfortable. So kind words can be soft and sweet and gentle, and kind words can be loud and bold, and all of it is brave. So we bring our hands to our mouths now and we say kind words. And then we bring our hands to our heads and we say kind thoughts. And kind thoughts turn into kind actions, right? So thinking about things that you can do around your house today to be helpful and feel joyous about it. So again, bring hands back to the heart and say together with me, kind hearts, kind words, kind thoughts. And again, kind hearts, kind words, kind thoughts. And for our last one, let's make a promise to do our best today, to collectively breathe and be mindful and connect in with the people that we love that are in this house with us today. And send wishes and love and breath and health and joy, all of it out. Because why not? What's the alternative? Not? That's not as awesome. So sending the joy and the well wishes and connecting inside your home with kind hearts, kind words, kind thoughts. The best in me honors the best in all of you. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me today. Crystal Mountain, I think we're even gonna come back one more time today. I think Jesse's got something fun planned for you later on today, and we're just gonna keep coming online and sharing as we feel inspired. So activities and thoughts and concepts that we can think about throughout the day, movement, just doing our best to be of service in this time. So more joy, more love, more kindness. I love you all. And Amy Dice, it's so fun to see you on here. Oh, and hi to all my little friends that I don't get to see this week because we're not at school. I love you and I miss you, and I'm sending you all the goodness, and let's practice yoga together through these online things. Talk to you soon. Bye, all.